Silverrun Forest for what is potentially the last episode of the series. Now, as you can see, we are towing a different planter behind us now, and the reason for that is this. We got this field mowed, as you can see here, and we got all the straw taken off the other field on the top of the hill, and we ended up with about 100,000 litres of grass and about 50,000 litres of straw, which we put in the fermenter, and that is fermenting nicely as we speak. But when I started seeding or planting the sunflowers in the field on the top of the hill, I'd noticed it started to skip and kind of bump and leave these weird little unplanted patches. Where this is doing a smooth line, it would be like, patches here, patches there. And I think part of the problem is because it's such a wide seed, it was 6 metres versus this one, which is 5 metres. What it was doing was it was catching on some of the sort of odd angles on the hills and the terrain. And with that, coupled with this being a slightly bigger tractor than it kind of needed power-wise, because it's only like 100 horsepower, and it just wasn't doing very well at all on anything that had any sort of like curves like this in it. It just wouldn't work properly. So I took it back down to the store, repaired, repainted, and sold it, and we got about $4.5 grand back, and this cost us 12 grand brand new. And I also bought some seed and fertiliser while we were down there. But yeah, that is this one is working out much better as well. As you can see here, we've got a solid planting line, and it is a direct drill as well. So that is absolutely smashing. So yeah, just wanted to hop on quick and share that tiny update with you all. We are going to continue planting the sunflowers now, and I think possibly next month in June we're going to be selling off the soybean that we got last time, because that should be coming into season for selling. We should be getting the best sell price for that. So yeah, we shall continue on with this, and I'll see you again briefly in June, I think. Alrighty, it is June now, and the train is just arriving. Well, it's a good thing we stopped here. I just stopped to have a look at the old sunflowers. They are growing nicely in the first stage of growth, and we are on our way to sell the soybeans. So let's hop back in the truck, wait for the thing to be lifted. In fact, there it goes. I was going to say we could take a shortcut down the road, but they opened just as we got there. Yes, so where are we with the soybeans? We've only got 6,200 litres. However, the price is actually quite good. So let's hop into the wrong button. Wrong menu. There it is. Soybeans, the top price is going to be 2,073 according to that. However, at the moment, the current price is 21.78 at the Silverrun market. Now, it is still increasing, but we have a few things that we need to get done, so we're on the way now to sell these, and then it's off to the airport again, because I'll be heading back down to Brazil to get things underway with the old Brazilian project. However, we're not going to show that in this video. That will be all put into the Contracting in Brazil series coming up soon, very soon in fact. But yes, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to hop off down there and do some stuff, do some odds and ends, bit of work, get some things going while we're waiting for the sunflowers to grow. So, okay, we can sell these here. Let's see how much delicious money we get. I'm hoping for about 12 grand. And the survey says 13 plus 1,700. That's okay, we got about 14-15 grand off of that. That's not half bad. I'll take that. That reminds me, our precision farming score must be up then. Let's have a look. Precision yes, we're at 92. Fantastic. And pretty much the only thing we've done is farm as normal. I mean, we do have a direct planter now, so that probably helps. Because we didn't do any tillage on the last round, we just used the planter for that. And weed control could be better, but that's just because we've been using the mechanical weeders, not the fancy chemical sprayer thing. Mainly because that's massively expensive. But yes, no, as I was saying, we are going to now head off to Brazil, do some stuff down there, and then come back for the massive sunflower harvest, I think. So what we're going to do is, from your perspective here in this video, we'll be skipping ahead to, let's see, probably October, maybe, sort of September, October, maybe November, depending on when we get reports back from our team that will just be looking after the farm here while we're away. But yeah, we'll be heading back to do the harvest and wrap things up here. And that should be, yeah, I think September, October, November sort of time. Just depends on how quick everything grows. So yes, I shall head up to the farm and the airport and all that fun stuff and bid you adieu, as it were, and then see you again in what will appear like mere seconds. Are you going to turn? No, you're not. Okay, we're going to go around you. Yes, so I shall see you in what will appear to be mere seconds, but will actually be many in-game months. Oh yes, exciting stuff, I know. Alrighty, we are back and it is now October, and you might be wondering why we're in the Fansalt and not the Combine Harvester. Well, I've made a slight miscalculation. Apparently, it turns out sunflowers take a little bit longer to grow than I had anticipated. So, what we are going to be doing now in October is mowing the lawn. Oh yes, we need to get some feed in for the animals again. So we're going to cut this lovely grass field for the first time and make ourselves some hay bales so that the animals have food. But yeah, things have been progressing quite nicely down in Brazil. We've started harvest season in earnest. We bought, rather luckily in fact, we got a harvester right at the start of harvest season. Someone had an old, now what was it, a Massey Ferguson harvester up for sale. It went on the second-hand market at the start of June, if I remember correctly, and that was right when the harvest contracts came out. People were ready to do their harvesting, so we went ahead and bought that harvester and started offering our services to the locals of Recanto da Alvarado. So yes, everything's going swimmingly down there, but obviously we had to come back here to continue the work and get things done. But like I say, you'll see all that fun and excitement in other videos in the future. But for now, I am trying to make a hash of this job, because this is a new field for us to do. But yeah, so it turns out that the sunflowers are... we'll check the map in a second, but I want to say they're in roughly the third of 4 growth stages. It seems to be taking a lot longer than I was expecting to do, which is mildly annoying, but you know, these things happen. So yeah, basically we're just going to carry on with what we can here, get this grass mowed and then windrowed and tedded into delicious hay. And oh, missed a bit there. Yeah, we'll get it all done and hayed, and we'll collect it up, make some bales with it, and everything will be lovely. Now I'm just trying to sort of straighten the edges out a little bit on this, because it is a slightly odd-shaped field, but I think we should be fairly good with the amount of grass we're getting. Come back round and grab that one in a minute. Get another sort of headlandy area done here, but this shouldn't take too long, hopefully, and then we'll skip through probably to November, I'm guessing. Well, let's have a quick look at the map since we are here. So our sunflowers are, yeah, they're on the 3rd growth stage. So I think we'll have to go into December possibly, since we're in October now, unless something miraculous happens. So who knows, maybe it will be June of next year that we get down to the Brazilian series proper. Who knows? I'm sure there's some sort of funky time management thing happening here. Some sort of multiverse of farming. Yeah. Marvellous stuff, this multiverse of farming. But yes, so slight blunder on my part. Did not go as planned. But hey-ho, we'll get it all sorted and it won't be too bad. So I am just going to make a complete hash of this. Yeah, leaving all these little bits floating around here. Get this part done. If I turn it around nicely, we can go down this side. And we'll catch that one in a little bit. So yeah, but otherwise things are going quite nicely here. Oh, actually, that was the other thing. The other reason that we come back in and I didn't do this on the sly off camera was this came up for sale. Now, I wasn't planning on buying one of these. I was thinking of getting a Helianthus header, but this thing is actually cheaper, and it would mean we could do corn too if we ever decided to come back here and work on this this project again. But yeah, so we are going to buy that, because why the heck not? And as it turns out, there's a John Deere header, but we don't have a John Deere anymore. And bale grab, interesting bale grab for, I think, front loaders? That might actually be a wheel loader grab. But yes, and this fantastic looking TLX 2020 on tracks. Luckily, we don't need a vehicle like that, so we're not going to buy it. But we have got that header, which is perfect. So that can sit down at the shop for a little while. And, oh, I forgot about that bit there. Yeah, so we'll go and get that in a couple of months when we are ready to actually start the harvest, which I'm hoping is going to be December. But we will get this done if I can actually turn and drive properly. Get this all sorted and pass the time a bit until it's ready to actually harvest. And that will be our last harvest eventually. Fun times indeed. But yes, things are going fantastically swimmingly in Brazil. I was quite surprised that that harvester had actually come up on sale when it did. It was one of those, and ironically, it was one of the ones I was actually looking at getting as a brand new one, because it was fairly cheap. However, it turned up a lot cheaper than I was expecting, so that was even better for us. And yeah, equipment is slowly building. Obviously, we want to get what we can do work with at the time, and for those few sort of summer months it was definitely harvesting. And yeah, it's all going quite well. The nice new yard down there, very fancy. I say very fancy, it's, you know, it is what it is. But yes, grass. Oh, the cows have reproduced as well while we were away. We got 6 new baby cows. They are, I don't think they're ready for milk for another few months yet, but they are growing swiftly, and that is the other reason for getting the grass cut too. Being that there are more animals, they are now requiring more food. So yes, definitely need to have plenty of food on hand for the animals. So I shall get this finished quick, and then we'll pop back in when we're doing the windrowing and the baling and all that sort of stuff. Because I'm going to try a slightly different technique for tedding and everything this time. Hopefully it will improve the speed of some aspects of it, I guess. Yeah, well, just a little tuft of grass there. Can't get all of it in. So yes, we'll be back in just a bit once this is all finished. Okay, we've got done with the mowing now, and I figured we'd just come around here and have a look at our glorious sunflowers before we start windrowing. And they are indeed pointing up at the sun. How glorious is that? Let's throw up the little drone quick and have a look at the... Well, in fact, we can kind of see it from just back here. How epic is that? In fact, you know what? That's going to be our screenshot. That will be our thumbnail, I think. That is epic. There you go. Lovely screenshot. But yes, let's pop that up, zoom in a bit. That is quite a glorious field of golden, delicious sunflowers. Yes, I know they're delicious. But I do think that is really cool that they are actually tracking the sun. Yeah. And since we're in this mode, we can perhaps back out a little bit, go up here. Oh yeah, it looks even better from far away. That's cool. And in fact, if we zoom over this side, you can see the grass field there. And we've got our other field of sunflowers here, bathed in sunlight. Oh, that's glorious, that is. Oh, we're on the bridge. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry about that. Yes. Bathed in glorious, glorious sunshine. That is pretty epic. In fact, that would almost make a good screenshot too. Now the other one up on the hill, since we're doing this, let's do it properly. Up on the hill we got this field of glorious golden sunflowers. Let's pop up onto the silo. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, back to work though. Now I have got the tractor prepared and ready just up here. And as you can see, we've got the windrower on the front and the aloe tedder on the back. Glorious. So if we turn all this on, that is, I think, lowered down, yes, and the one on the front as well. So what we should be doing is combining grass into a more easily manageable swath, and then pooping out glorious hay at the back. Now this is the only bit that might be a bit difficult. But we'll get what we can. Lovely. It's only on the corners it's going to be a little bit awkward, but we should be fine for the most part. So yeah, that is making a lovely, lovely swath of hay back there behind us. Oh, missing just a few little bits of grass here and there. That's okay, we can come back with a tedder and pick them up later on. Okay, so if I raise the front one, and then spin us around, hopefully not hitting the tree that I just sort of hit. Okay, we'll pop that back down and go again. Lovely. Yes, this will definitely speed things up a little bit since we won't be going up and down all these individual rows. We've just got one honking great big row to do now. Yes, once again I shall lift the front one. And we'll just drive through that. It's already been tedded, so that's not going to hurt it. And we'll roll up to the top of the hill and start the procedure again. And as you can see, we've got some more wool pallets coming out there. That is fantastic. The sheep are producing lots of lovely wool now. Yes, this is going to look a little bit funky until we get the sort of headlands squared away a little bit. But that's okay. Luckily this tedder that we've got sort of follows behind a little bit, so we're not quite as badly off as if it was a different type of different type of tedder, it would be all over the shop. But yeah, we're going to chase the deer out here and just try and straighten this this area up just a little bit. That will make it easier on us in the long run. Okay. So yeah, we are going to head back and forth doing this for a little bit. Then we'll get the baling done, and then it will be hopefully on to December. Assuming we don't get covered in snow. That's the other potential issue this this go round. I had not thought about that, but fingers crossed we'll have a nice mild winter and we'll get our sunflowers and it will be lovely. And here's a quick bit of baling action as we continue on with this now. We've got I think one bale just dropped off the end back there, and we've got another 2.5 loaded in the chamber at least now. So we should be kicking another one off very soon. And this will be delicious cow food. And I think we've still got a couple of hay bales left, probably 4, something like that. And about the same in grass as well that the sheep have been munching through. But when we were cutting the silage down as well, we put just a little bit of extra grass into the sheep as we were finishing off, just sort of topped them off a little bit. So that worked out quite nicely. Right, yeah, we got one bale there, one that's about to drop off, and I think 2 more in the thing. So hopefully we should get more than enough bales off of this. But we will not have any problems with keeping everything fed. Oh yes. Well, in exciting news, it turns out we can lift 2 hay bales at the same time. So long as I'm careful. Oh dear, that's not being careful, is it? This thing does get a little bit bouncy. We don't want to throw them at the sheep just yet. Sheep can finish off the grass bales we've got. But we had 2 bales that came out of the harvester off the baler that I'd just left up here, and I've shuffled them into the little storage area already. So these 2 makes 4 in total. And I think we've probably got 2 more down there, but we'll go and have a quick look. Because if it is just 2 more, then that will be, what, 6 in total? Which is not bad off of 1 cut already. Especially since I can't remember if this was properly fertilised or not. It probably was, but, you know. Yeah, there's one, and there's another one over there, so grab that one and huff it down here and grab this one, which of course is not facing in the right direction, so we'll have to just turn it a little bit with that, line up on it, there we go. Lovely. Okay, well this is working out quite well indeed. So I shall go and pop these in the shed, and we'll come back in probably December now, whenever it is that the whatsits are going to be ready, the sunflowers. That is when we shall return. Okay, it is now December. We're just coming back from the shop with the fantastic new header on the front of the combine, and our sunflowers are ready, as you can see. They have gone past the bright yellow golden sunflowery stage and have now turned into the sort of ready to be harvested dead head seed, whatever you call it, phase. So we just need to get ourselves somewhere we can make a cut in here. Let's see. I think we're going to turn around and then sort of back up around there, just to make a right palaver out of it all. That's handy having that little cut there. Oops, caught a bit of the rock. Okay, so let's open this beastie out. So start off with that, and let's also open the harvester as well. You can see it just levelling off slightly. And fingers crossed, this is going to act the same way as the previous header did and track the ground. So let's have a look. Let's cut in here and see what is happening. Yes, we are getting sunflower. Nice. Now, depending on how much sunflower we get off of this field will depend on exactly which trailer we use. Because at the moment we've got the pickup truck just up there with the sort of grain cart back on it, which, sorry, spinning around here, which has, I think, a capacity of 8,000 litres, as does the sort of mini trailer that matches it. So we've got a total of 16,000 litres there, which, to be honest, will probably be enough. Since this is sunflower, and sunflower tends not to yield massively highly. Although, I mean, looking at how we're going right now, we've got coming up on 1,000 litres already. Yeah, just trying to make sure we get everything around the edges here. It's a little difficult in the bushes with the sort of bits of tree and everything hanging over, but it is looking quite nice. And I'm pretty sure this header is doing the same thing the other one was. It's a little bit difficult to kind of get a good view for it to actually see, and I've hit a tree. Yeah, it's kind of awkward to get a good view on it while we're doing this sort of headland going in this direction, because, you know, it's so what do you call it? So, oh crumbs. Speaking of headers, I just drove into that one. Yes, this area will undoubtedly get changed a little bit to function more properly. But yeah, I mean, we can't really tell how the header's doing here because it's pretty flat, but I'm pretty sure it was following the ground like it did with the previous header, which is fantastic. Now, this has proven to be quite a valuable investment, I think. Yeah, it's oh yeah, the harvester is leveled and there's a tree again. Yeah, it's just a little bit difficult to get a good camera angle on it with all these trees in the way at the minute. But needless to say, okay, let's cut in here for a bit. Perhaps now we can see. If I haven't made you all seasick already with all these changes in direction. There we go. Yeah, it's still sort of, we're going down the hill, so it's not really showing that well. When we turn, though, that will definitely show it up, I think. Okay, spin the view around. Yeah, you can really see it there. It is definitely following the angle of the hill, which is fantastic. Oh yes. Oh yeah, the harvester is, the body is pretty level, and the head is tilted at almost 45 degrees there. Wow, that is epic. Yeah, this harvester, this is what this was designed for. Who knew that some odd pioneering venture on the top of a hill would be what this was best suited for. I'm sure that's what they designed it for, but yeah. Oh, that's epic. That is so cool. And we are actually doing quite well on the harvest front there. We're at 3,000 litres already. So I'm thinking we may have to get the bigger trailer, the what is it, the gooseneck one, because that's like 26,000 litres. So I mean, if we're getting what, 6, 7, I mean, if we get 8,000 litres off of this one field, which I don't think we would, we'll probably get about 6-ish, because, you know, this is coming up at the end of the second headland now. Maybe we'll get 7 or 8. You never know. It is always hard to guess at these things. You know, sometimes they seem to go, you know, it yields way better than you'd expect. And I mean, I'm not complaining about that at all. I'm quite happy with a massive yield, as they say. But yeah, this Laverda M310 Active is a very nice harvester indeed. Okay, so we've got this one field and then 2 others. If we have a quick look on the map, where are we? Yeah, this is maybe the middle-sized one. I want to say this one and this one up here are fairly similar in size, just different in shape, but this one might be slightly bigger. But either way, I mean, if we're going to be getting 6,000 litres off of this one and off of that one as well, then the other one we will definitely be getting more off of, because that one for sure has a much bigger footprint than these other two. The old previous grass field on the side of the hill. Yeah, so this should work out quite well. Well, in order to see all 3 of the field harvests, I think what we're going to do is do the rest of this one off camera, and then cut back at the end once we've figured out where we're unloading, just so you can see how much we got off of this one, and then we'll head down to the second field and continue on like that. Possibly throw in a montage depending on how we're feeling there. I haven't quite decided. Yeah, I'll try and cut this down now into a nice straight bit. A couple of nice straight long bits there. We'll have a little side bit here which we'll spin around and get, and then we'll just have those 2 massive long bits, and that'll be this field done. Okay, spin it around, crash into a tree. Yeah, lovely harvester, very good. And it was a good deal picking this Capello header up for cheap. I had not expected to see that. Well, there's a great demand at the fire department. I wonder what that's for. Oh, crumbs. That tree does not want to be left alone, does it? Let's check quick, see what that great demand is at the fire department. It's potentially... I mean, it's not sunflower, I'm sure. No. Oh, crumbs. I didn't engage the brakes. I was about to hit another tree. It's probably wood chips, isn't it? Fire department. It is. Wood chips 30. Oh, hello. That might actually be worth taking them up on. Interesting. Well, we'll see how this field goes. I'll get this field finished up. And, hang on, we'll just go across here. Yeah, I'll get this field finished up, and we'll see what the price of wood chips is looking like, because we may take them up on that great demand, because I'm pretty sure we've got about 20,000 litres of wood chips down in the wood chip machine. What do you call it? The stationary wood chipper. Yeah, so that might actually be worth doing. In fact, let's have a quick look. Yep, 22,700 litres of wood chips. That is not terrible. And we've even got a couple of thousand at the furniture thing too. Huh. Interesting. Okay, well yeah, so on that note then, I shall get this field finished, and we shall see about maybe taking some wood chips down to sell quick, and possibly, yeah, make a nice tidy profit off of that great demand. Alrighty, we finished with that first field, and we are on our way down to the fire department with some delicious wood chips, or tree crumbs as I like to call them. Yes, so what we ended up doing was, or getting rather, we finished that field up top. We got just over 8,000 litres of sunflower seeds, I guess, sunflower nuggets, whatever they are. But yeah, we got just a smidge over 8,000 litres. It was something like 8,072, I want to say, something around that kind of line. So what we are doing is, or what you can tell, that trailer has had a minor adjustment. It had a small capacity increase by way of putting those extensions on it. Let's see if we can see them a bit better in the sun. There we go. Yeah, we've got some like metal plank board piece things up there, and that increases the capacity from 26,000 up to I want to say 33 or 30,000, something like that. But I figured that would be a good bet, because then I can get it stuck on this lamppost thing, because yeah, that's the way to make that U-turn, isn't it? Oh no, it's a little electrical box or newspaper stand, whatever that is. But yeah, so basically it's boosted it up from 26,000 to about 30,000, something like that. But I figure that should be just about enough to take all of our sunflower seeds when we get all 3 fields harvested. So let's see what kind of a price we get for this. 1,400 per thousand. I'll take, wow, 43 grand. That's not bad. Yeah, I'll take that. I will not say no to that nice amount of change. 33 grand, and we're going through between the trees. Never mind. Yeah, I'll take that 38 grand sale and 4 and a bit thousand what's it fee for having a good environmental score. That is definitely not half bad. So yeah, let's get up and get the harvester unloaded. I got it down to the next field, so it's ready to go. We just need to unload it quick now that this trailer's empty and ready. And then we should continue on. And I do need to check the prices of sunflower, see what it's valued at. Because I want to say it became good in... when was it? That's the wrong menu. Back in June or July or October or something. It's up the top here. Sunflower. There you are. Oh, January is actually not bad, so February would be, ironically, the best month to sell it. Okay. Well, that's not too bad. We may well then flop over to February just to see exactly how much we can get for it. And we're going to take a left here and do a cheeky run up the side of the train track up to the harvester. And just deposit the truck and trailer right here. There we go. If we hop in this, yep, you can see there we got 8,076 litres. Very nearly a full combine. But if I can remember the command, there we go, for pipe out. We can deposit some of that deliciousness into this trailer. Lovely. Just spread it about evenly in the base. In the bottom of the thing. Probably this end's good to fill it up at, but I don't know, because it's a gooseneck one, it may be better up that end, but who knows. there's some rhyme and reason to how you balance the weight on trailers, but since this is a gooseneck, not just a regular pull trailer, I am not sure. Okay, well, let's get this harvester unlocked, not unlocked, opened, and let me make sure I'm out of the way of the train, because that would be a disaster. And I think we'll see if we can get a bit of a montage going here. So, let's start this up, and let's get harvesting. Alrighty, so here we are harvesting the last part of the last field. Yes, we had a little bit of montage action there. I hope everyone enjoyed that. And now all that we have left to do is a row of shame. Oh yes. Shame, shame, shame. Well, it's a borderline row of shame, but we're going to go with row of shame because it does get thinner towards the end. But there you go. So yes, we've done quite well off of these 3 fields, all told. This is the second. We had to unload at least once doing this field, and we are back up to what is it? About 4,400 litres. So we got about 1,200 odd off of this field, which is pretty darn good, I think. So let's head our way back to the thing. Oh yeah, we got to offload this into the trailer, and then we'll see the final count. Oh no. Can't fold while the auger is extended, can't fold while the header's folding, probably can't fold while there's grain in it, so, or seed or whatever it is, whatever this counts as. Okay, there we go. That is looking fairly full though, which is nice. Okay, so that is, oh cracky, that's gone on the wonk now, hasn't it? Now it's not auto-leveling. That's hilarious. Okay, so let's just get this. We'll just plonk it here for now, on the side of the hill. And let's run back over here and have a look and see what we ended up with finally. And the survey says, wow, just shy of 28,000 litres. That is not bad off of these 3 fields. I am quite pleased with that. So what we are going to do is try not to tip over on the side of the hill. Let's just check the prices quick. because we are at, okay, 826. But in February, it should go up to about 1400. So what we are going to do, I think, just to round off the thing, is try not to clobber that. We'll go back to... Come on, up the hill. Cracky, it's having a hard time pulling this up. That is some heavy sunflower seed, it seems. Come on, truck, you can do it. We're almost there. There we go, lovely. As you can see, we've got quite a lot of wool there. We're doing well with the cows as well, up to 11,000 litres of milk, I think. So yeah, we are going to just go and park up by the house, sleep through till February, and then go ahead and sell this fantastic stuff and see how much we get for our glorious sunflower seed. Alrighty, it is now almost noon on a day in the middle of February. The price on the sunflower is looking quite good indeed. So we are going to run down to the Silverrun market and flog our trailer full of it. Oh yes. This should make us a nice amount of profit. Ironically, probably about the same as the wood chips did the other day when we sold those at the great demand. Obviously this isn't a great demand, but it's still the top price. So that is fantastic. Now let's head around the back side, and if I recall correctly, we are going for the extension. Yes, it's 1442. So let us swing in here at the extension and begin selling. There we go. All that delicious black gold. Sunflower seeds. Yum. Well, let's see what we make from that. Oh, 45,000. Lovely. Well, that is pretty epic, I think. And on that note, on that bombshell, on that monetary achievement, I think we have successfully completed what we had set out to do here at Silverrun Forest. We've made ourselves a little sort of pioneering farm on the hill. Took a seemingly random plot of trees and turned it into a thriving farm-related business with a bit of forestry and some actual farming on the side of a hill. Oh yes. So now we are going to head down to Brazil through the happiness of the multiverse of farming. We shall return to Brazil around about June, I think it is, and pick up where we were with our contract business down there. So, I do hope you've all enjoyed this series. I have thoroughly enjoyed it myself, and I hope you will follow us down to Brazil as we set up shop down there and see if we can't make it big in South America. So, I do thank you all very much for watching, and I hope we will see you again on the next one. So if you've enjoyed whatever this was, then do please give us a like. Hit the old subscribe button there too if you have not already. Comments are always welcomed, and if you'd like to share this video, that would be greatly appreciated. And with all that said and done, I shall bid you all farewell. Cheerio everyone.